Good afternoon, friends, and welcome to the UGA Tifton campus. My name is Michael Taves, Assistant Dean and Professor of Entomology. The Tifton campus family welcomes you and your families today as we celebrate these important milestones. As career teachers, educators, and extension specialists, we recognize the sacrifice, dedication, and grit that each of you have displayed to reach this important milestone. This is a big deal. You're graduating at a unique time in our nation's history. By 2050, the animal and food industry will need to be able to feed a world with a projected population of 9 billion people. Friends, that's an increase of over 2 billion of where we are today. Even Georgia is one of the fastest growing states in the country. With a 10-year growth rate at nearly 15%, Georgia is growing at 1.5 times the national average. How are we going to feed and clothe all those people? Economists estimate that we're going to need to double the amount of food we produce on the same land area, reduce post-harvest losses by half, reduce our environmental footprint, solve food access in what we call food deserts, and make technology user-friendly for every grower. And finally, we've got to apply what we know on every farm, not just show farms. As graduates of UGA Tifton, each of you are uniquely in a place to provide leadership on these issues. In fact, the National Institutes of Food and Health just released a report that shows very, very strong job growth in folks with agricultural expertise. College graduates are expected to increase in terms of the demand for folks with undergraduate degrees by as many as 60,000 per year over the next 5 years. Friends, that's a 2.5% increase over the previous 5 years. Employer demand is likely to exceed the number of available graduates with undergraduate degrees and agronomic expertise. Those activities are going to require that we trust science and the people that generate that data, which brings us to the practices for today's events. UGA is the flagship academic institution in our fine state. We follow science as prescribed by the Preventative Measures Activity Board that permitted this particular event. I want to remind you that each of you has a responsibility to keep your mask on, whether you're a graduate, faculty member, staff, or visitor. The chairs are put out for social distancing. We greatly appreciate you leaving those and not moving them. Please maintain social distancing before and after the ceremony, and be sure and use that hand sanitizer. At present, masking, physical distancing, hand washing, isolation if you have to get sick are the best tools that we have. There is light at the end of this tunnel, but let's all work hard to keep COVID infections in check so that the upcoming holiday is a joyous one and not a miserable experience for you or a close family member. I'd now like to introduce Casey Harrington, BSA graduate from Vienna, who's going to bring the first message. Casey is an agri-science and environmental studies major, graduating summa cum laude, an impressive 3.92 GPA. Casey's worked with Dr. Bob Kimmerate, who's here with us today. Casey is a student worker in Bob's shop, and actually Casey earned our Student of the Year honors in 2018. He's a double dog. That means he's going to be getting his master's with us as well, and he's got that program well underway with Dr. Kimmerate. Casey Harrington, welcome.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Dr. Taves, for the introduction. It's an honor to be here today to speak to family, friends, and faculty on behalf of my fellow graduates. I'd like to acknowledge several individuals personally that I feel deserve recognition. Katie, I'm so thankful that you welcomed me to UGA. Sorry about that, y'all. Katie, I'm thankful that you welcomed me to UGA Tifton 2 years ago and made my transfer stress-free and always made me feel important. Lisa, you've always made advising and registration agrees and you've encouraged me to do things I usually would not do. Education and gain an immeasurable amount of knowledge. I'll forever be thankful for the opportunities you have given me in the past and the opportunities you have presented me going forward. To my professors, I feel like that I've gained an elite education under your guidance, and I'm fully prepared for what stands ahead of me. To Chloe and my family, I'm so thankful for the constant support and encouragement you have given me. I'm sure each student here today has a lot to be thankful for, and they feel just as blessed as I do. To my fellow graduates, I'll not stand before you today to quote famous individuals or to say cliche things such as we made it. Our lives have only just begun. I have been blessed to complete my bachelor's degree alongside motivated students as myself who have direction, and I'm sure that each of you will be successful in any endeavor. Whether we are continuing our education or going on to look for jobs, we have much to look forward to as graduates from the University of Georgia. I wish each of you the best, as it's been a blessing to work alongside of you. Thank you, Lisa, for giving me the opportunity to speak today. Go Dogs!
Our program today is Anna Orfanou. Anna is originally from Greece, where she received her Bachelor of Science in Agricultural Sciences from the University of Thessaloniki. Then she earned her Master of Science in Biosystems Engineering with specialization in Automation and Systems Technology in Denmark. 2016, Anna joined UGA Tifton campus as a PhD student under the direction of Dr. Wes Porter in our Department of Crop and Soil Sciences. The focus of Anna's PhD was the management and simulation of agronomic practices for increasing corn yields. Welcome, Anna.
Hello, my name is Anna and I am from Greece. When I left my home many years ago, my only purpose was to return as soon as possible. To return with a luggage filled with experiences, memories, wisdom, and skills. More than a decade later, and I'm still working on it. As the Greek poet Kavafi once wrote, when you set sail for Ithaca, wish for the road to be long, full of adventures, full of knowledge. In this poem, the island of Ithaca represents our dreams and aspirations, our goals, and I have set many of those throughout my life and career. But today I will focus on one of my biggest goals, to wear this heavy and blue hood. Was this road long? Yes, it was. 1,594 days to be exact. Some of which seemed endless, tiring, full of obstacles, and often came with many disappointments. Not to mention the numerous days that were filled with deadlines. Oh boy, these deadlines could tear families apart. And of course, I will never forget the days that I was missing my home and family, and a phone call was not enough. But no matter how challenging a day was, I never gave up. My perseverance and stubbornness led to days full of successes and achievements. Happy days, like today, the day of our graduation. Throughout my journey, I have met amazing people from all around the world, people who I can call friends and family. Was this road full of adventures? Well, would you call it an adventure when my team and I were chased by ABAC police while we were in the field collecting samples in the middle of the night? Or the other time that we had to resort to dumpster diving. Yes, to dumpster diving to save samples that were thrown away by mistake. Not to mention that those samples were never used and thrown back in the dumpster again. If yes, every single day was an adventure. Stories as such made my trip unique and priceless. Was this road full of knowledge? Definitely. Education was the greatest gift I have ever received, and studying abroad was one of the best decisions I have ever made. This experience not only helped me to broaden my knowledge in my area of interest, but additionally, it helped me to learn about cooperation, respect, kindness, love, and culture. I learned that life is not controlled by physical laws. It can be complicated and hard, yet flexible and rewarding. I learned to take risks, pave my own path, and recognize my mistakes. Living in Tifton made me to appreciate the little things, taught me about Southern manners, such as saying, "Good morning, sir. How are you doing, ma'am?" And enriched my vocabulary with expressions like "over yonder" and the old-time classic "y'all." Being a student at UGA Tifton taught me about responsibilities and how to take initiatives. I learned how to lead, but also how to be a member of a team. I learned the importance of offering help and appreciating the help that was offered to me. And of course, I learned how to surpass difficulties, like what to do and how to have fun during the day. Good music and funny conversations saved many of those days. I'm leaving Tifton and UGA. I'm leaving with an overweighted luggage, a luggage filled with good memories. And for those memories, I would like to thank the people that worked with me and never said no to a long day in the field or the lab. Of course, my supervisor, Dr. Porter, who provided me with invaluable guidance throughout my research, as well as Dr. Relivis, who hired me as a technician back in 2015. Thank you both for believing in me. I wouldn't be here without your help. I would also like to thank the administration, faculty, and staff of UGA Tifton campus. Thank you for making this campus a better place. Hope next time I visit, our request for sidewalks and bike lanes will have been materialized. Thank you for educating us and preparing us for our future, for inspiring us. To our families and friends, thank you for your love, caring, support, and sacrifices. My fellow graduates, I'm sure that each one of us has a different story to tell about today's milestone. But I believe we can all agree with the philosopher Aristotle, who said, "The roots of education are bitter, but the fruit is sweet." With that, I would like to congratulate each one of us. The degree we are getting today might be our ticket to a dream job, a great life, but I truly hope we will use it as a tool for making the world a better place for everybody, regardless of gender, race, religion, and sexual orientation. Let's have as a goal to do big things, inspiring things, and not to be afraid to take risks. Let's make this our own journey and to not follow the road that is laid out in front of us. And if we ever feel our luggage doesn't fit more memories, adventures, and knowledge, let's buy one more, a bigger one. I'm sure we'll never regret it. Congratulations to us all. Thank you.
In the final installment of our message to the graduates, I'd like to introduce Dr. Joe West, Interim Dean and Director of the College of Agricultural and Environmental Sciences. Prior to taking that role last spring, Dr. West served as a member of the UGA Tifton campus faculty for 34 years. First as a professor in the Department of Animal and Dairy Sciences, as an interim department head, and most recently as the assistant dean. Welcome, Dr. West.
Thank you, Dr. Taves. Good afternoon. It's good to see all of y'all. Casey, Anna, what great remarks. Anna, you're going to see a lot of similarities between the comments that you made and the comments that I made. I'm a little bit surprised to be here today. You see, I was here a year ago speaking to the graduating class. It was to be my last graduation. Another year, and here I am. It kind of reminds me of a movie. Does anybody remember Groundhog Day? Groundhog Day was where a TV weatherman who had to report on Groundhog's Day, which is an American tradition, at Puxatawney, Pennsylvania. Now, don't read anything into this. He didn't like that, but he found himself in a time warp where he relived Groundhog Day every day. He relived the worst day of his life every day. Conversely, I get to relive graduation, and it's a really great day for me. It's a great day to be with you, to celebrate what you've accomplished, and to share in that. So this is my good Groundhog's Day, and I'm so pleased to be here with you today. But let's make it about you. First, I'd like to say congratulations to each of you. You are graduating from the University of Georgia and the College of Agricultural and Environmental Sciences, and you're earning a degree, and it's an outstanding achievement, and we couldn't be prouder of you and for you. We're proud of you because of your success, and also we're proud as a university and a college to be a part of that. You will now always and forever be Ag Dogs. The College of Ag was established in 1859, and it's the second largest college in our great university, second oldest college in our great university. This campus was established in 1918, and it became part of the College of Ag in 1950. So there's a lot of storied history that you're adding your names to. You're becoming part of our history. We like to think we're preparing our students for challenges in a dynamic, growing, changing world. Your education is both theoretical, it's experiential, it explores the fundamentals and the applied aspects of research and education. Our college has many examples of excellence, and I would say y'all are all examples of excellence. But recently, Niche Ratings named the UGA College of Ag as the #2 college of ag in the United States. And let me tell you, our goal was set for #1. We have the #8 entomology program in the world. We have over half of the students in our college that apply for funding. In fact, it's 53% who apply for scholarships receive them. And 100% of poultry science graduates have a job when they get out of school. Now, I'm sure that today's graduation is really not what you expected. All we've got to do is look around this area here and see it's different. It's different. 2020 has been a really strange year for all of us. These are, to use a well-worn phrase, these are unprecedented times. And the impact of the pandemic has been far-reaching. It's been intrusive in all aspects of our lives. In the spring, it closed our great university. It sent you home from the spring semester. It caused us to shelter at home, caused businesses to shutter, and it caused our leaders to have to chart a path through uncharted waters. But I will say many generations, ours and before us, have witnessed really monumental changes in their history as well. I think of my mother. My mother was born in 1920. She lived to the age of 96. She was just such an inspiration to me. And I think of all the things that she witnessed and her family witnessed during those 96 years. Her father, my grandfather, served in World War I, during which another global pandemic occurred, killing millions of people. My mother and her generation lived through the Great Depression, and it fundamentally changed their outlook on life. World War II was a global conflict. My father, her husband, served in that war, and with millions of others. It changed our global landscape. It resulted in another generation, the baby boomers, of which I am one. The Vietnam War, the political and social upheaval during that time marked my generation. Follow that with the Great Recession, its impact on our economy, and now COVID-19 pandemic. Many things have affected many generations today and in the past. But I believe it's not the event that shapes and defines a generation, it's how that generation responds. How we respond to that is what defines us. So that's my question today. How will you respond? I already have indicators of what your response will be. You came back this fall under very uncertain conditions, studying with faculty who were working on a new normal, and you persevered. Now, I took out my thesaurus, that's a hard word to say, and looked up persevered, and looked up for some other synonyms, some other words. You endured, persisted, proceeded, and then in the dictionary I found keep on, carry on, stick it out, press on, keep trying. You did all of that, and I'll add another word, resilience. We look back on those mammoth events that I described of history, and you can see the cause and the effect. You can see how those generations respond. Now, we can only predict how things will look after we get through this monumental thing that's going on right now. But I predict it has given you tools that only learned during adversity. It'll give you the tools to persevere, to be resilient, and to be successful in your lives and your careers. So Stephen Southwick is professor of emeritus of psychiatry at Yale University School of Medicine, and he's co-author of a book called Resilience, the Science of Mastering Life's Greatest Challenges. He said, if you can cope with all that's happening around you today, when you're on the other side, you'll be stronger. Resilient people reappraise a difficult situation. They look for meaningful opportunities within that. They don't let it beat them. They have a mission, a meaning, a purpose. They feeling committed to a meaningful mission in life gives them courage, gives them strength, and gives them a purpose. I'm really confident in your ability to be resilient, to persevere, and to be successful. Now, don't mistake my message. Don't think that your success is going to be gauged solely on what you do in your work career. Make sure you pay proper attention to all aspects of your life. I'm going to quote the noted philosopher Dolly Parton, who said, never get so busy making a living that you forget to make a life. So find a proper balance with your life. It'll make you happier. It'll enhance your relationships with your loved ones. It'll make you a better employee or employer. And your outlook on life will not be skewed by stress, by burnout, and your perspective will be improved. Now, we've all heard of Thomas Edison, that great inventor, and he commented on time. Time is really the only capital that any human being has, and it's the one thing he can't afford to lose. And then Michael Altshuler said, the bad news is time flies. The good news is you're the pilot. Use your time, use your life effectively. We all have a certain number of rotations around the sun, so find that balance in your life that's going to make your time here productive, rewarding, and fulfilling. I've served as the interim dean for the College of Ag since July of this year, and I will complete that assignment at the end of this month. I count it as an unexpected and really singular honor to be able to serve in this role, and it's been a great way to cap a career with this university. You see, for a brief time, I was retired and was asked to return as the interim dean. And people questioned my sanity because I've been asked, why in the world would you leave retirement, come back to a tough job in best of times with a pandemic underway? Why would you do something like that? And my response is because I wanted to be a good citizen. If you've ever been on this campus, you've heard me say how much I value citizenship and good citizens. So let me give you what my definition is. A good citizen helps to make our society a better place by improving the environment that they live in. I'll take it a step further and say a good citizen steps up and does the things they're not required to do. They're not in the job description. You're just giving of your personal gifts and talents to make your job, your business, your institution, and your surroundings better for you, your friends, and your colleagues. So as you advance in your life and your career, I encourage you to be good citizens. Go the extra mile to make your world a little bit better. Citizenship is cumulative. It builds. The benefits grow and compound. Look for those opportunities to be a good citizen. Now, you're going to all be beginning your career soon. You're going to go to graduate school or professional school and many other opportunities. You have taken a lot of chances to get where you are today. Keep on taking those chances. At times you're going to fail. I've failed more times than I like to admit, but you're also going to be successful. It's okay to make mistakes. Theodore Roosevelt, one of our former presidents, said the only person who never makes a mistake is a person who never does anything. So take chances in your life. Stretch your skills, explore new opportunities, discover the next chapter for you, your work, your family. Be willing to step out and to lead. And this is one, Anna, that's similar to what you said. This comes from Ralph Waldo Emerson. He may have said it best. Do not follow where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail. So I leave you with that challenge. Leave your trail. So once again, I want to congratulate each of you on the culmination of years of hard work, resulting in the achievement for what you're being recognized here today. A degree from the University of Georgia and the College of Agricultural and Environmental Sciences. We are extraordinarily proud of you and look forward to where your paths lead you. And we celebrate your success with you today and look forward to all the things that you're going to achieve. So we congratulate you. And now, if you'll allow me to, let's acknowledge our benefits from a higher authority. And please join me in a prayer, please. Our Heavenly Father, we just thank you today for all our gifts and blessings, for they are many. We thank you for these graduates today, for the perseverance they have shown, their strength and their commitment to their education. We thank you for the families and loved ones who have supported them in their journey. And we thank you for the faculty who have taught them, who have served as their mentors and guides, and for the commitment that they have shown in sharing both their expertise and also their caring and support for their success. So we ask that you be with each of these graduates, guide them, show them the way, and we ask your blessings for their success in life. Amen.
Good afternoon, everyone. Well, before I introduce myself and introduce our graduates one by one, I want to thank Dr. West for making the effort to be with us today. It's a great pleasure to have someone of his caliber to greet our graduates. He has been a wonderful friend of our academic programs on this campus ever since he has been the assistant dean, and we owe him a great deal of gratitude. I also want to thank Dr. Taves, our assistant dean of this campus, for making a special effort to secure permission so we can have this event today to acknowledge our graduates. It wasn't an easy task to have this event today, and we appreciate all of you for being here. My name is George Velitas. I serve here as the Director of Academic Programs on this campus. I want to tell you just a couple of things about our academic programs before we start recognizing our graduates. We have a relatively small undergraduate program. We have about 30 undergraduate students on this campus. It's a transferring program. So these three who are sitting here to my left transfer to our campus from various destinations. And we prepare these students for life in the agricultural sciences or in agricultural education and what their interests are. We also have about 70 or 80 graduate students like these sitting to my right who come here from all over the world to conduct their research and get their education. We appreciate every single one of our students. We hope that we've improved their lives while they've been here. So as we begin today, we're going to recognize our graduating undergraduate students. All three of them who are here today have received a Bachelor of Science in Agriculture, or a BSA. I forgot to mention that in addition to the 7 students who are here today, we have another 7 who were not able to participate today for a variety of reasons. So we'll begin with our undergraduate students. We'll recognize this afternoon. Austin Barnes. Austin is receiving his BSA in Agricultural Education, and he will be working in the animal science industry when he receives his degree. Congratulations, Austin. Second undergraduate student that we'll be recognizing today is Casey Harrington, from whom you heard earlier. Casey is graduating summa cum laude with a very impressive GPA, as you heard. He's getting BSA in Agricultural Science and Environmental Systems, and he'll be starting his master's program shortly. Or have you already started it? He's already started it. Congratulations. He'll be working with Dr. Kemmerite as his mentor. Our third and final undergraduate this afternoon is Jordan Sumner. She is also receiving her BSA in Agri-Science and Environmental Systems. And she too will be beginning a master's degree in Masters of Plant Protection and Pest Management. And she'll be working under the mentorship of Dr. Philip Roberts in entomology. Congratulations, undergraduate students. Hand over. All of our undergraduate students on this campus are advised by Miss Lisa Wimberly, who's sitting in the back. Lisa, please rise. I have a small quote from Lisa as the words of parting for our undergraduate students. Her words are, "Be humble, respectful, and courageous. Always remember there are many ways to reach your goals. Sometimes setbacks can offer the best life lessons." Lisa, thank you very much for all your hard work on behalf of our students. Okay, now we will proceed to recognizing the 4 graduate students who are finishing today. We'll begin with the student who's finishing her Master's of Science in Plant Pathology, Ms. Kazmita Karki. Her faculty advisors are Dr. Babesh Gupta and Dr. Abi Haji Hassani, neither of which could be here today. Her thesis is a tongue twister for someone who's not a plant pathologist. It's called Management of Fusarium oxysporum and Melodyne incongita in Watermelon. She's an expert in watermelon diseases. So Kazmita is a self-determined, these are some comments from her advisors. Kazmita is a self-determined and highly independent scientist that I enjoyed to work with. Some of the outcomes of her MS thesis have already translated into UGA recommendations for managing Fusarium wilts in watermelon in Georgia. I wish her best of luck for her future endeavors, and I'm sure she will do whatever great line of work she chooses to pursue. A well-deserved MS degree. And Kazmita is headed to Chicago to work when she graduates. Congratulations, Kazmita. Our second graduate student who will recognize today is Mr. Campan, or Dr. Campan, excuse me, sir, who is receiving his PhD in crop and soil sciences. His faculty advisor is Dr. Stanley Culpepper. Dr. Stanley Culpepper, please stand to be recognized. There he is. Camp's dissertation title is Exploring Integrated Weed Management. Hold on until I finish reading your little blurb. His dissertation title is Exploring Integrated Weed Management Programs for Improved Cotton Sustainability and Developing New Herbicide Resistance for Rye Vegetables. And this refers to the fact that Dr. Camp will be starting a new position here on the Tifton campus February 1st. He'll be our cotton agronomist. Congratulations, Dr. Dr. Anna Orfanu is our next. Anna is receiving her PhD in problem soil sciences as well. Her faculty advisor is Dr. Porter. Please stand and be recognized. Dr. Porter standing in the back. Her dissertation, as you heard earlier, is Management and Simulation of Economic Practices for Pursuing Higher Maize Yields in Georgia. The quote for Anna is, hard work hard, do your job, make time for you and your family, ignore those who criticize you for their own benefit, and the rest will take care of itself. Anna, is that a quote from you or from Dr. Porter? Dr. Porter, it sounds a little bit like you. I guess you really melded it together. Congratulations, Dr. Arpani. I forgot to mention that in addition to you that are here in the audience with us together, we have over 60 people that are participating via Zoom. And Anna, I think, has the most people participating. How many family members and friends did you send in, Anna? 20. Okay, so she has 20 people from all over the world. Last reading is Dr. Dimitris Pavlou. Problem soil sciences as well. His dissertation title is Measuring and Simulating the Environmental Effects of Pursuing High Maize Yields in Georgia. I had the pleasure of serving him. Increasing the amount of food we apply. In the same experiment, they conducted one of the most challenging 3-year field projects that Dr. Porter and I have seen in our academic careers. Congratulations. And congratulations to all our graduates. And one more thing. One of the last things in our program today is for our new graduates to receive greetings from our Alumni Association. And those greetings will be brought by Katie Murray, who is a double dog. No, you're not a double dog, Katie. No, you're not. I got carried away. So Katie graduated from UGA in 2006 with her bachelor's in agricultural education. She went on to earn her master's degree from NC State in agricultural education in 2010. Since then, she's done a variety of really interesting things. She has worked in the agriculture sector in Colorado, North Carolina, Ethiopia, and in Georgia. And in 2017, we were lucky enough for her to join our team here in the academic programs group. And she is our admissions counselor. She serves a lot of things. She's our recruiter. She is our outreach person for academic programs. She does a lot of things. Her passion and enthusiasm for agriculture are evidenced by the students that come to this campus because of Katie's efforts. Since she is a graduate of the University of Georgia, she will bring the alumni greetings to our graduates. Katie.
All right, congratulations, graduates. As Dr. Velita said, it is my privilege today to welcome you into the CAES Alumni Association. This association was founded more than 60 years ago to help graduates, such as yourselves, make the most of the next phase of your life. And while you guys were here, your advisors and your professors and members of the academic programs team have done an excellent job keeping you engaged as a student. However, once you graduate, we want you to know that your connection to the college does not have to end. The Alumni Association offers you professional development opportunities, a network of contacts, a chance to stay connected to teachers, to classmates and friends, and a way to give back to your college. As a graduate today, you are automatically a member of the CAES Alumni Association. However, how you utilize this resource and the level you choose to stay involved is up to you. It's the involvement from previous graduates that allows CAES to continue providing an extraordinary collegiate experience for the students, faculty, and staff. If any of you have been the recipient of a scholarship, of the Dean's Promise, or another out of the classroom learning experience, know that that money represents someone's passion in our college and belief in you. In closing today, I ask that you take time to reflect on how your experiences in this college have prepared you for the next phase of life, and consider staying involved with the Alumni Association as you leave from here today. We hope that the gift that we will be providing you serve as a reminder of these past years at the University of Georgia. Again, congratulations and welcome to the CAES Alumni Association.
Friends, as you exit the courtyard this afternoon, I want to bring your attention to our steam whistle up there on the black pole. As our students are aware, the UGA Tifton campus celebrated our bicentennial last year. Going back 100 years, when the news broke that Tifton was the designated site of the new experiment station by the Georgia legislature, the local citizens alerted their peers by blowing a steam whistle at the local fire station. Today, my friends, you get to be the messengers of good news. Indeed, it's an honor to welcome you into a select group of friends we call alumni at the University of Georgia. Please take the opportunity to blow your own horn. And it's my plan to leave that handle up for the next week. So anytime you need to blow off steam, you'll know where to go. In closing, I wish each of you the very best as we leave this celebration. As graduates of this great institution, you've demonstrated that you have the tools and abilities to make the world a better place. Lead by example, treat each other fairly, support your friends and colleagues, do the right thing, and go Dogs.